In this video, I assume you have a basic understanding of custom GPT and APIs. I will focus on GPT Action, how to connect any API, and demonstrate how to connect to Surf API for SEO research. Most importantly, I will show you a workaround for the issue of GPT not using your API key. After you logged in ChatGPT, explore GPTs. Here, you can create your own custom GPT. Then you click Configure and scroll to the bottom, and you can see create a new action button here. You can create multiple actions in one GPT, which means one GPT can connect to multiple APIs. At the right hand side, you can test your GPT. For testing, you can click the small arrow here to debug. After you expand the data here, sometimes you will see GPT not using your API key. I will show you how to fix this later. Now I click this button to create a new action. It requires you to provide a schema. No worries, you don't require any programming language. You can simply click this button. It will pop up a new tab called Action GPT. You simply provide all the API document to Action GPT and it will generate a schema for you. Now you log in to your own API account and looking for the API document. In my case, is Google Search API. You can look for something called CURL. You simply copy this and give it to Action GPT. Okay, then I copy and paste it into schema area. It's so easy, right? One more thing, if your API document doesn't contain any CURL, you can also copy the document text. Of course, you have to find the useful text. For example, this is required. And in my case, I also need the search location, right? So I copy this from this to this and give it to Action GPT. It should also enough for GPT to generate a schema for me. One last thing, in order to make the API works, you need to provide your own API key. There is an option called authentication. You click the clear icon here. There is different type of authentication. You copy and paste your API key here. It's so hidden. It's normal. The key is there. There is an issue that no matter you choose custom or basic, etc., it seems that it's hard to make it work. In my case, I should use custom header called API_key. It is because Surf API require me to do this. However, but there is an issue that GPT not using my API key. I show you now. After I save the API key, I scroll it down. There is a text button. As I said before, you click the small arrow here. You can see the API key is called demo, which is not correct. If you click allow, it won't work because the API key is incorrect. I have taken few hours to looking for solution in OpenAI community. I can see there is quite a lot of users facing the same issue, and here is the workaround. Since the API key putting here doesn't work, I put the API key into the schema. Inside the schema, you can see there is a line called API key. I simply put the API key in the description and say use this API key. Then I text it again. Now you can see the API call using the correct API key. And then I click allow. It can now return the Google search result using API. A very important reminder, putting the API key inside the schema is not ideal. So this GPT is not suggest to publish to everyone. Your API key may be leaked if someone using some kind of prompt injection, some kind of hacking. So this is just a temporary solution. But I believe OpenAI will improve it over time. After you finish the schema, you can go back and provide your own instruction. Please let me know if you have any questions. I try to make this video as short as possible, and I hope you can learn something from it. I record weekly AI and automation videos. Please consider to subscribe and see you next time.